Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are gonna be removing the remainder frost cloths, right, from the garden, and I even have a container where I'm gonna be putting these cloths into, especially today that it's really windy. So I'm gonna grab one of these containers and the bag here where I have the clamps. So let's go. Wow, what a beautiful day. The freaking cold, yucky weather that Melbourne's known for is over. I mean, it's never always over, like completely, because it's just not that kind of city, guys. As I've said many times, it fluctuates. We can still have, it's the nighttime that's the problem, right? When I say fluctuate, it's mainly the nighttime. The nighttime, that's when the tropical suffer, you know? When you're dealing with apple trees and plums and lemons, all the easy stuff, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, guys. It's these tropicals, these guys here, that are very susceptible to cold. So that's what we're talking about when we're saying Melbourne is unstable. For most people it doesn't matter, because there's only a few people growing tropicals here, right? Most people grow cherries and peaches and pears and all that. They don't care about the weather as long as it's cold. Actually, they prefer the cold, right? They prefer the cold. But jackfruit doesn't like the cold. And this is a jackfruit that I'm uncovering. It's the first tree that we're gonna uncover today. But I gotta be careful because it's windy. The first day where the nighttime temperatures are gonna be above 10. It decides to be a windy day. All right, I'm gonna do this with both hands. Look how much frost cloth I've used for just one tree. Huh? Just for this one tree, guys. Right? Because you want to cover it really, really snug, really tight. One tree, and we're talking all this. Okay, I think that was the largest cloth out of all of them. Anyway, here's the tree now. And as you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 stakes for one tree. So, you know, when we do this, we do it right, guys. I've learnt now to not do things halfway, right? Do it right. Put that little bit of extra effort. Yeah, anyway. So this is a seedling jackfruit that I've had in the ground now for 2 years. Coming up to 2 years. So, so far so good, right? There was dieback, as you saw a month ago when I uncovered it and then recovered it again because September was a dud. I was hoping for a decent September, but it was a dud. So we lost a couple of branches, one here, this one, and where was the other one? There was another one and we lost 2. I don't seem to see it. Oh, is that it? Hang on. I don't know. But anyway, the good news is the tree is happy with what I did. Let me get in here. You can see here new growth. See that there on the trunk? It's very minor. And here as well. So Yeah, there's new growth tips here, new growth tip there, and a nice growth tip in there. Hang on, that one in there, and up at the top, up there at the highest point, up there too. Yep, so it's a 2-meter tree, or 6 feet, just over 6 feet actually, 2.1 meters. All right, so that's tree number 1. The wax jambu here, I uncovered that 5 weeks ago in early September, and that seemed to do okay when we had those cold nights in September, right? I don't see any new growth coming yet, but the tree's perky. Perky means happy. I see a lot of ants crawling around it, but no scale. And you guys have seen the Glen mango. Now everything here is exposed to full sun and hot brick walls from my garage and my neighbor's garage. So both of them should be doing well now. So guys, look, this one frost cloth for the jackfruit was, or is, around 30 feet long, 10 meters long, huh? And around 5 feet wide. Okay, thanks to Kim for helping me roll this up. And now I'm gonna move to the next tree. The next tree is at the other end of the driveway, near the street. This little fella here. Wow, what a difference. Yeah guys, it's very windy today. 24 Celsius. Nice. Okay, let's start with this one. Okay, because it's windy, I don't want this to blow away. Kim's gone inside now. I just needed the help for the jackfruit cloth. This one is much shorter. Okay, it's coming off. Whoops. Lift up. There's some dirt sitting on the bottom of the cloth. Well, they came off with one hand. Yeah, it's not perky. I wonder if that's because of lack of water. It looks thirsty, right? Looks very thirsty, but it's green. It's 100% green. We just got a bit of a dieback on that leaf. 2 leaves, right? These 2 leaves here have dieback. Other than that, it's perfect. Oops. Okay. Okay. You can see here I gave it some compost last week, a couple of weeks ago, when I fertilized or fed the trees. I just tucked it underneath with a scooper. Let's see how the soil, it looks pretty dry, doesn't it? Hang on. Is there any moisture in this dirt? There's a lot of roots here. What roots are those? It's partially moist, but not wet. It's not wet. It's pretty dry over there. That's bone dry here in the front. So yeah, maybe it needs a lot of water maybe it needs a good drink. Yeah, okay. Oh, by the way, this is the Florigon, in case you missed it. So very hard, guys, to get these grafted mangoes to work here. You've already seen the seedling, right? It made it without any protection at all. Unlike the Valencia Pride. Look at that, what a goner. What a goner. He got full protection, but didn't make it. There's the other wax jambu, which is doing okay-ish. Half perky and half droopy. But it'll come through fine, especially now with the warmer weather, and it's got no dieback. All right, let's move to the next tree. Yep, we've got a few here to do, a lot. We've got the papaya, the sour sop, which I believe is dead, and the abiu, which I have no idea what's going on with this. I checked it at the beginning of September, and it was 99% dead, 99.9% dead. So abiu, this is similar to the star apple or kaimito, but better. Unfortunately, I can't grow my favorite fruits here in Melbourne. I'm trying, guys. My favorite fruits are abiu, star apple, rollinia, durian, cempedak, marang, and mangosteen. Unfortunately, the only one in that category, in that group, that will survive here is the rollinia. Yeah, I mean, even in Brisbane, you won't have any chance of growing most of those trees, right? You got to get to at least Townsville or Mackay to have any chance. All right, let's see. Yeah, I don't have any hopes for this tree at all, but surprise me. Surprise! Surprise! Oh, guys. Oh, by the way, I covered this tree in April. So it's been covered since April. April. Oh, that doesn't look good. See the difference between growing tropicals in Melbourne and Cairns? This is why people move to Cairns, guys, so they don't experience this. In Cairns, Cairns is far north Queensland. In Cairns, this tree would look like this. It would look like this orange tree. That's the difference. That's what I'm trying to achieve here. And time to pull out the weeds, right? Remember I said I'd do this whenever I get a chance? All right, let's have a look. So a month ago, I scratched the trunk at the bottom and it was green. In early September, it was green. All right, let's try it again. Let's do this again. Oh, I don't have my glasses. Can't see. It's not green, it's brown. It's not green this time, it's brown. Let's go to the other side. Oh, these grasses. All right. Oh, we lost the abiu. We lost the abiu. It's a goner. It's a goner. Right? It's a goner. And by the way, if you're still not understanding what I'm saying, that's the tree. So why don't I move to Cairns and be done with this? Guys, the reason is we like beaches, and the beaches in Cairns suck. That's why we're not moving to Cairns. Yeah. Most people that go to Cairns and live there from the cold from here, they don't go there for swimming. They go there for the warmth, the warm temperature. They don't care about swimming. Or many of them don't even care about growing fruit because they have rusties. So the easy life, right? Without trying. Yeah. Gee, I filled up this container already. Thankfully, Kim got 3 of them for me. Jeez. All right. This troublemaker is next. Papaya doesn't do well here in Melbourne. And the reason it doesn't do well is because of wet feet. Not so much the temperature, but wet feet. Wet feet are the roots getting rotted from wet soil. Because in Melbourne, the wet season is in winter. It's not in summer. It's the opposite of the tropics. It rains like heck here between April and September, October. It rains almost every day. And papaya likes to be dry in the cold, when it's cold. Not only papaya, but most tropicals, especially mango, the one over there, him. Mango doesn't like wet soil in the cold. So these are the obstacles, guys, for a marginal grower like myself and others, like Elisa. Elisa's having the same issues. And anyone else trying to do this in the ground. There are some that are trying in pots. In pots it's easier because you can move them into your house. We don't do that here. I don't want to do that because in winter I go away, guys. I'm not here to move pots in and out of the kitchen, right? And if you don't do that, they'll dry, they'll dehydrate. All right, let's see. I need 2 hands to remove this. Jesus, look at all the frost cloth I gave to the papaya. Huh? Look at this. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Looking good, fella. The signs of, what do you call it? Success with papaya is this. Just like with frangipani, plumeria. If you have a soft trunk here, you're gone. They're gone. Goodbye. There's nothing you can do to reverse that. And these are rock hard all the way up. Wow, nice. Both of them. Should have only planted one, but oh well. It was more of an experiment, right? Yay! Hang on. I'm just trying to... that won't work. These are the tags. Hang on, let me pause. Oh, cool. Kim's brought us a light refreshment.
There you go.
You think we should move the cans so we can have abu?
No.
Why not?
No, I'm absolutely satisfied here in Melbourne. We can go there in our winter.
Okay. So this is citrus from our garden, right? Lemon and so on, lime. And Kim, what do you think about the papaya?
Wow. The jackfruit and the papaya put a big smile on my face.
Yes, unfortunately the abu is gone to heaven.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Okay, back to the drawing board.
And before we move to the next tree, guys, I want to show you the other problem we have here when trying to push the boundary with tropicals. Look what's under the leaf, so-called leaf. Where is it? There it is. Is that what I think it is? Hang on, let me zoom in. It's hanging on. It's having a snooze. That's a baby snail. A baby snail just taking a break from chomping on this baby leaf. See that? Yeah, so, and I bet you there's one on this one too. Hang on. Yep, there is. See? That's the other problem. It's not just the cold. It's not just the cold, guys. Look. So yeah, other than that, he says, everything's okay, right? And this is the variety. It's the, what does it say? Dwarf papaya torpedo? No, that's definitely not it. Hang on, that's the wrong one. That's from another, that's from last year. These are red hybrid, RB4. These two guys. Because I got two, right? Two labels. Alrighty. Let's move on. Next is the sweet tart mango. You saw this recently, right? Let's quickly undo that. Okay. Oh yeah. Being in here, it's actually exactly like being in far north Queensland or in Cairns. Hi guys, look, sugarcane, bananas, avocados, dragon fruit, cherry moya, and hopefully mango. Hopefully. Yeah guys, it's not as simple as in the tropics where you just plant these trees and forget about it. No. That's how we are with our plum trees. You plant the plum tree and the apple tree and then you never ever go back to it until it's time to harvest the fruit or stake it if the tree collapsed in the wind, right? But it doesn't need any other maintenance. Well, that's how these mangoes are in Queensland. Well, they've got other issues too, like fruit fly. It's not as simple as that. All right. Ta-da!
Oh, I made it!
Yeah, it made it right here.
Okay. Ooh, okay, got it.
Thank you. Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy about this.
Yay, sweetheart made it!
Similar to the Florigon. Very similar in condition. All right, let's move on. Okay, now this one here that Kim's helping me undo, unfortunately guys, there's two parts, the top part and the bottom part. Unfortunately, it was dead when I checked it in, actually it was dead in August. And when I checked it again in September, of course, it's not going to come back to life when it's dead. So it's been dead for, wow, almost 3 months. Oh, there's a butterfly in there. Oh, you missed it. It just flew away.
Oh.
That was a great symbolic gesture. Alrighty. Oh, this is the soursop, and there's that snail again. Right? See? Oh, wait a minute. Is it alive? Yeah, it is alive. It's very juicy. So I just put him on the grass, so he's got a better chance elsewhere. Okay. Make sure you pull those up, not pull because they'll rip.
Okay.
Thank you. Now guys, this is our soursop guanabana seedling. Right, there was 2 pieces of that. And graviola for our friends in Brazil. Unfortunately guys, nah. And I really want to get another one, but I don't know if I should give up. And here at the bottom, you'll see what looks like what do you call it? I see. Now the mycorrhiza. See that white powdery look? Almost looks like mycorrhiza, whatever it's called. So I'm going to give it one final scratch. You can see my previous scratches along here. Nah, it's, oh my god, it's like, nah, it's even hollow. And who knows, I mean, the roots might flare. It might come back from the roots, which I highly doubt. So I'm not going to pull it out yet. The soil is moist, unlike the Florigon, which was dry. Nah, there's nothing going on up here. This is 100% dead. All this is dead. And by the way, that's the tree. Again, we've got different people, guys, from around the world that don't use English as their first language. That's the tree. You can Google that in your own language. Guanabana, Graviola, they're the main names. And we in English use, and that's what it looks like. Okay, we're gonna go to the next tree. And I'm happy to report the next 3 trees are alive. I hope you guys are being inspired by all the content you're getting from this channel. That's why this channel exists. Because I personally want to see more people trying to push the boundaries here, so we don't have to all move to the tropics, right? And with the help of global warming, which some people don't believe in, and let me tell you, that's ridiculous. Oh, and some people even believe in weather manipulation, the weather being manipulated, and that's also ridiculous, like flat earth, the flat earthers. But you know, people are free to believe whatever they want. Okay. This got a full double wrap. Oh yes, she's alive and she's looking good. This is the Mamey Sapodi. Oh yeah, she's looking good. By the way, this tree is 4 years old. Look how small it is. 4 years old, man. 4 years old. Yeah, huh? That's how things work here. Right, in the tropics, that would be 4 months old. That's what you would have after 4 months of planting it. Or even actually you'd have more than this. So this is 4 years in Melbourne. The good news is it's alive, guys. It's alive. And it's getting all this new growth at the top. This happened last year too. Last year all these here fell off at this time in early summer. These all fell off and then new ones came from the side here. So we'll see what happens this time. Yeah. Good news. Okay, next is this one here, and there's like, look at all the earwigs that come out. Huh? Oops. These clips come off. Yeah, as I was saying, this one here is alive, very alive. Actually, it's the one that's doing the best out of all of them. This is Chiku. Chiku. Or Sapodia. Oh yeah. I've got 3 of these. Wow, look at the weeds. Look at those weeds. Okay, Kim's helping me with this. She's folding them, which is nice of her. Nice to have an assistant. Yeah, it's doing really well, guys. I see a little dieback, just a little teeny weeny bit, and it's right here. 1 dead leaf, 2, 3, 4. Oh, these are hanging. These are hanging. These are hanging on the string. These are fallen and just hanging. They're just hanging, right? Okay, so you won't be able to see unless I pull some of these out. Yeah, let me do that then. Pause. Okay, it's a lot clearer now without the weeds. All these weeds here, right? Wow. It looks, like I said, it's the one doing the best out of all the covered tropicals. Right? And I believe this one is the Pt1, which is grafted. Nice. And by the way, guys, just because it's happy and looking great and getting new growth, look at this. This is not as tropical as the other trees I'm covering today, because it can actually take, there's a dry flower, it can take the cold, well, not necessarily ice cold, but cooler weather, once it's established. Unlike the soursop, which cannot. The soursop, once it's established in Melbourne, good luck though on that, it still needs to be covered for the rest of its life. Whereas this one does not. This one does not need to be covered once it's established. So it's around 3 years old, right? And once it hits the 5 or 6 year mark, I can leave it out just like any other tree. So in 2 years, I won't need to cover this anymore. It'll be up to here, right? Close to 5 feet tall. Once it hits 5 foot, 1.5 meters, up to here, right? It'll be good to go. And the other thing with the Sapodilla, it takes up to 10 years to give fruit in Melbourne, in our climate. Now, in the tropics, it's different. Again, it only takes 3 years, between 3 and 5 years in Cairns, or 5 years in Brisbane, Gold Coast. 10 years in Melbourne. And I haven't seen anyone with a fruiting Sapodilla in Melbourne. Still waiting. A lot of people have grown the tree, just as I have. I grew my first one 12 years ago, and it was over 5 foot tall. But back then I didn't know what I was doing. It was 5 foot tall in a pot, and I left it outside in winter, and the root rot got it. The pot was full of water, and the cold wind, it killed my 5 foot tall Sapodilla 12 years ago. Can you imagine? Now, after 12 years, the tree would have been 7 feet tall and full of fruit. But I didn't know what I was doing, guys. That's why we have this channel, so that you don't make the same mistake I made. So you don't make the same mistake, guys. There was no one around 12 years ago on YouTube in Melbourne. No one. Okay.
Need help?
Yeah, could you please help me? Kim's on standby here.
Okay, go ahead.
Thanks, Kim. Oh yeah, nice. Wow, look at all these critters.
Yeah.
All the earwigs.
Yep.
It's full of earwigs. This one's got weeds as well. See how the weeds love growing in Melbourne's winter? They don't mind the cold, yeah. And this here is a problem. This plant here, this is this is oh wow, look at the snail. Everyone's in here. Wow, look at the roots of this mulch. This is mulch that I gave all these trees last year. And look, from that mulch, these plants are coming. So we don't want that. We break off the new growth. See how easy, and by the way, this plant is subtropical, warm temperate. This one here. It's a freaking nuisance. Can you guys identify it? I don't know what it's called. It's growing all over my back fence in the backyard. So we'll leave the trunk here because it's good mulch. And let me just pause for a moment to remove these weeds. Okay, so this tree here is the canistel, guys. Egg fruit, yellow sapote. Yeah, so one leaf left. It's a little embarrassing, but the good news is it's alive. It doesn't matter, it's alive, it's green. Right, it's green right at the top where it counts. So this is another tree similar to the Sapodia as far as being okay with Melbourne's weather once it's fully established. Oop, that's blowing away. But the thing is, we've got to wait, guys. We've got to wait 5 years before this is established. The thing is, the hurdle, getting over that hurdle. We're not in Mildura. Mildura is very hot. So that means instead of 5 years, in Mildura you only have to wait 3 years for this to establish. Right? I'm talking about north West Victoria, the Mallee, where it's 40 degrees in summer. These trees need heat, but they also need humidity, which the Mallee doesn't get. So they're stuck there with that dry heat. Catch 22. All right, guys, we're done. We're done. Everything's looking great. We lost... we're going to go to the backyard next, but I just want to summarize the front yard. We lost the soursop. And we lost the Valencia Pride mango. The one you already saw in previous videos, right? This one. So we lost 2 trees, even with all that hard work. Oh, hang on, I forgot about the abu. If I didn't see it, I would have forgot. Yeah. So 3. We lost 3 trees. So I'm happy to see my tropicals again. They've been covered since May 1st. The abu April 20. Right? What a nice sight. Even if it has 1 leaf, it's alive. We also lost all the yellow papayas. If you want to count those, there were 3 of them. But the new guavas pulled through. No problem. Right? No problem. So before we leave the front yard and go to the back, this is another survivor from the frost cloths. The acerola. See how I've cut all the tips at the top? I did that back in May because it was up to here, right? And I didn't want to put the cover that high, the frost cloth that is. So I did all these cuts. I took off at least 12 inches from the Barbados cherry. That's doing really well. Only because it was covered. Okay guys, I'm going to stop the video here and do a part 2 from the back. Give us a like if you enjoyed this first part and come back for part 2 from uncovering, removing the frost cloths from the tropicals in mid-spring, Melbourne, Australia. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and we'll see you shortly.